Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Imagine having so much wealth that even the keys to your treasure vaults require a team of strong men to carry them. What would you do with such fortune? Would you help the poor, or would you let arrogance consume you? The story of Qarun is one of riches, pride, and a tragic downfall, a lesson that has echoed through history. Stay with us until the end of this video as we uncover the gripping tale of Qarun's rise and his ultimate destruction, a reminder that wealth is a test, not a guarantee of success. In the time of the children of Israel, there was a man named Qarun, known far and wide for his unimaginable wealth. His riches were legendary, his influence unmatched. Yet, what many didn't know was that Qarun had a direct connection to the lineage of prophets. He was the grandson of Qohas bin Levi, who was the brother of Prophet Musa, Moses, peace be upon him. This made Qarun a descendant of Prophet Yaqub, Jacob, peace be upon him, Prophet Ishaq, Isaac, peace be upon him, and Prophet Ibrahim, Abraham, peace be upon him. Despite being born into such a noble lineage, Qarun's heart was not filled with humility and gratitude. Instead, his vast wealth led him down a dangerous path of arrogance and greed. He was not only wealthy but also a scholar of the Torah. His knowledge and melodious recitation of the Holy Book captivated many, yet his heart was devoid of true faith. He saw his fortune as a result of his own intelligence and hard work, rather than a blessing from Allah. The transformation of Qarun was not always rich. He was once a poor man, struggling to make ends meet. He lived in a small hut on the outskirts of his village, where his mother would often pray for his well-being and prosperity. Life was hard, but he was determined to change his fate. With time, Qarun discovered his talent for business and finance. He worked tirelessly, accumulating wealth at an unprecedented rate. Gold, silver, and precious gems filled his treasure vaults. Soon he became one of the richest men of his time, but as his riches grew, so did his pride. He became obsessed with his wealth and status, forgetting the humble beginnings from which he came. Arrogance takes over. The more wealth Qarun amassed, the further he distanced himself from righteousness. He surrounded himself with luxury, hosting extravagant feasts where only the elite were invited. He wore dazzling garments woven with gold threads, rode in chariots adorned with jewels, and ensured that every step he took displayed his grandeur. One day someone asked him, "How did you become so wealthy?" With a smug smile, Qarun replied, "It is all because of my intelligence and hard work. The poor remain poor because they are lazy." His words stung the hearts of those who heard them. The believers, seeing his arrogance, warned him, "Qarun, do not let pride consume you. Remember that everything you have is from Allah." But he scoffed at them, convinced that his fortune was solely the result of his own efforts. Prophet Musa's warning. Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, seeing Qarun's growing arrogance, approached him with sincere advice. Musa said, "O Qarun, be grateful to Allah and use your wealth for good. Wealth is a trust, not a right. Do not oppress others or become boastful." But Qarun refused to listen. He was blinded by his pride, believing himself superior to all. Then came the day when Qarun decided to show off his wealth in the most extravagant way. He arranged a grand parade through the city, riding in a golden chariot with his servants dressed in silk, carrying chests overflowing with gold. The sight left the people in awe. Some whispered, "If only we had what Qarun has. He is truly fortunate." Others, however, warned, "Do not be deceived. This is but a test from Allah." The wrath of Allah. As Qarun continued to flaunt his riches, Allah's warning came in a terrifying form. One fateful day, as Qarun stood outside his magnificent palace, a deep rumbling shook the earth. At first, it was a faint tremor. Then suddenly, the ground beneath him cracked open. Before he could react, the very earth swallowed him, his palace and all his treasures, his servants, his friends. None could save him. His screams echoed, but it was too late. His wealth, which he had so proudly displayed, became his grave. The aftermath. The people of the city who once envied him now stood in shock. Those who had wished to be like him trembled with fear, realizing the truth. Had Allah not been merciful to us, we too would have been destroyed like Qarun, they exclaimed. Allah's punishment was swift and just. His story is a warning to all. Wealth can be a test, and arrogance leads only to destruction. Lessons from Qarun's story. The tragic downfall of Qarun is a powerful lesson for all of humanity. Here are some key takeaways. Number 1. Arrogance leads to ruin. No matter how successful one becomes, arrogance and pride only lead to destruction. Number 2. Wealth is a test, not a guarantee of happiness. True success lies in gratitude and obedience to Allah, not in material riches. Number 3. Everything belongs to Allah. No matter how much we accumulate in this world, it is temporary. What truly matters is how we use our blessings. Number 4. Humility brings true honor. The wealth of Qarun could not save him, but the humility of the believers ensured their safety. Qarun's story in the Quran. The story of Qarun is mentioned in Surah Al-Qasas 28:81-82. So we caused the earth to swallow him and his home, and he had no supporters to help him against Allah, nor was he of those who could save themselves. 28:81. And those who had wished for his position the previous day began to say, "Oh, how Allah extends provision to whom He wills and restricts it. If not for the grace of Allah upon us, He would have caused us to be swallowed too. Oh, how the disbelievers will never succeed." 28:82. The tale of Qarun serves as a timeless reminder that everything we have, wealth, health, intelligence, is a gift from Allah. Instead of being boastful, we should remain humble and use our blessings to help others. Let us not fall into the trap of arrogance like Qarun, but instead strive to be grateful servants of Allah. May Allah protect us from pride and guide us to use our wealth and abilities in ways that please Him. Ameen. If you found this story insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Let's spread the wisdom together. Stay connected with Roots of Islam for more inspiring stories. Until next time, peace be upon you all.